What's up, people? All right, we're going to have another celebration. All right, so we got a lot to cover in this video, and I hope you enjoy it because I'm going to definitely enjoy it. This was a trade that I actually sent out to you guys on last week in a video, and I said, hey, I showed you our numbers for the copycat, and then I told you, hey, I'm going to give you a free trade, and lo and behold, minutes after I sent it out to you guys, let's take a look at what happened on the 15-minute. Look what happened. Bam. And I actually sent this out to the copycat group, and let me show you the results of that so you guys can see exactly what was popping off there. Sorry, kitty baby. I'm going to move over here. You can see that since 2024, we have a 75.76 win rate altogether out of all the trades we've taken. We hit the 500 mark, so congratulations to the team. And we did have a bunch of people who signed up this weekend, so welcome aboard to the copycat family. This is a video I put out to you guys talking about why I do not believe in win rates. Everybody's asking about what's your win rate, and yes, we have a high win rate, but look at what happened this week. This is one of the lowest ones that we've had, but look at the pip count. See? Because what we did was, look at this, 105 pips on the win, 30 loss, 60, 30, 22. Look at this one. Boom. Between these two alone, that cleaned up all these losses. Then we had one here, but then look at this one. This is double that. Then you got boom, boom, boom. Then you got little 21s here. So at the end of the day, we totaled out to over 800 pips at a 62.5 win rate. Why is that? Because it's not about the wins and losses as long as your wins are bigger than your losses. This is why you got some people doing a 50-50, 50% win rate, and yet they're killing it. Why? Because it's about the pips on those losses. So if I have 5 wins that are 100 pips each, that put me at 500 pips, but if I have 5 losses that are there at 20 pips each, that puts me at minus of 100, 5 times 2, that's what, 100? Yeah, that's 100 pips, okay? So that means I still totaled out at the end of the week with 400 pips positive with a 50-50 win rate. 5 losses, 5 wins. So it's just a matter of whether the wins are bigger than the losses. And that's exactly what we've been doing. We've been conquering these markets, and you can see we really just murked it. Even though last week you have news events. Wow, somebody's texting me this late. You had news events. Let me make sure this is not my wifey in the office, in the room, because it is pretty late. No, that's not her. Okay. That's Golden Boy texting me. So anyway, the bottom line is this is why we are just really making big strides for our copycat members. And this was a question that was asked when I do send out the thumbnails of these reports. Does this include the gold trades and the US 30 trades? No, those are not even included. So again, we're really doing a really good job for our copycat members. So I'm very grateful for that. Okay. So anyway, going back to why I brought this up, let me get back there. As you can see, this time of the video, I sent the trade out to you guys, and I was live in the trade, and I told you that I had already sent it out in the copycat group, okay? And when I sent it out, I posted this trade, and this was just a quick hitter on a Friday. This is the trade setup that I sent to you guys, and you still have a chance to get into it. And let me move myself over here. So as you can see, this is the trade that I set up, and I took the trade and sent it out in the video talking about win rates, and I showed you this setup on the 4-hour time frame. I said this is a clear head and shoulders pattern. Okay, so I drew this line. Look at the video on Friday. Check it out for yourself. I said here's a clear head and shoulders pattern, and I said, see, here's the other shoulder. I said, here's a free trade for you. So anybody who actually paid attention to what I said, you could have made the same number of pips quickly because boom, look what happened. Quick hitter. You would have been instantly in profit. And these are trades that we send out to our copycat members so that we no longer do signals because of what the problem was. People were stealing our signals and sending it out to other groups. But on top of it, the other issue was that if you're at work and we're sending out a signal for you to take it, chances are you're not going to get it. But through copycat, you don't have to even worry about it. The trades we take on our portfolio, me and my team, you automatically get copied on them. So whether you're at work, whether you're traveling, it doesn't even matter anymore. You automatically get copied on our trades. Okay, so that's the good news. All right, now anyway, let's get to something else. Let's talk about the news that's coming up for this week. This is something that I'm paying attention to myself personally. And let me move myself over here. All right, so what I'm looking at for this week is really one big news event. There's a bunch of them out there, but a lot of them are really irrelevant, really doesn't apply to what I'm doing or what you need to be worried about, like China. We don't trade Chinese currency, but, you know, it can have an impact here and there. But scooting on through Sunday, going into Monday, there's really not much that I'm looking at. I see red envelopes, but again, it's not that big of a deal. They're not shakers, in my opinion. They can give a little jolt, you know, like, oh, that's it, Jesus. But that's about it. All right. But anyway, moving forward, PPI is going to give a little bit of jump, but that's on Tuesday. Here's the big kahuna that we all need to be paying attention to. On this Wednesday, you will have to pay attention if you're trading the pound. Inflation numbers always, 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 always. And let me make sure I put it on my report about the pound. The pound is coming out with inflation numbers. So inflation numbers you really want to pay attention to, and that's going to be on Wednesday as well. So if I'm trading a pound, I need to pay attention to that, okay? Didn't mean to do that, Jesus. Let me go back. Economic calendar, and there we go, we're back. Okay, I'm always going to my Forex book, my FX book, and then I go to economic calendar. You can check my Forex Factory or whatever, you know, Forex Factory, whatever you want to get your news from, but this is the one I go to. So here's going to be the big kahuna news this week, and that's going to be on Wednesday, and that is the CPI report, okay? I call it customer inflation report. This is where you can judge how well your president is doing to help you personally. So inflation numbers, this CPI is I call it customer inflation because this tells you how much extra you're having to pay because of their decision-making abilities. When they raise your taxes or whether they make dumb decisions that cause your gas prices to go up, food prices to go up, your rent to go up, and everything else. So y'all can keep voting for whoever you want, but if you're going to keep voting, don't complain about the results you get when you get a president in there who keeps causing your personal prices to constantly go up, and then you keep talking about we need change, but yet you keep voting for the same people. This is their report card to let you know, hey, this is what the impact is from their decision-making ability. And if you ever want to click on it to find out more information, just click on the title, and right there you can read more about it and get some information, okay? But that's what I'm going to be paying attention to this week. That's going to be very, very important on Wednesday. Truth is, chances are I'll probably be out of my trades or you know, maybe I'll trade lightly. Light positions on Wednesday because of that, okay? Other than that, I really didn't see much more news events that were important to me as far as impacting how I'm going to be trading this week. So, and we're just double checking this. The NFP numbers, job reports already came out, so I'm not worried about that. And so forth and so forth and so forth and so forth. And I really don't see anything else that's going to give me great concern. So I'm done with the news. Let's get to the charts. All right, so here's what we're looking at this week, okay? Let me move my head over here again. Sorry, guys. So we're looking at this from a 4-hour perspective. And from the 4-hour perspective, the bottom line is this has been in a downtrend and it is continuing to go down. So be very careful about trying to buy the dips because every time you try to buy a dip, it dipped on people. So just be very careful of that, okay? Let's take a look at this one here. Oops, let me shrink my head. And there we go, that worked better. All right, so now we're looking here at the AUD JPY. I do see that it is hitting a support level. Let me show you guys one thing that I'm doing, okay? At the bottom here, you see I got my Simplicity scanner. And then on the other tab, I really have my Ocean Wave scanner. So when I'm done with these two videos, I'm going to close out these two tabs right here. I don't need them. Because what I'm going to do is wait for my scanners to actually send me an alert, and then I'll actually go to the charts and check out the setups to see if it's worthwhile, okay? So if you have the Ocean Wave system, make sure to use your scanner, okay? And if you have the Simplicity scanner, use that. Once you get your alerts, you'll know what to do, okay? Here's the Ocean Wave system. See, when this alert came out saying, hey, this was a sale, okay? You could have jumped in on that bad boy, and you can set it on the 30-minute, 1-hour time frame, whatever you want, and that would have netted you 87 pips from here to here. And all you have to do is just wait for the alert to come out. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to be on the charts. I'm going to let I call them my employees. I'm going to let my employees do the work, okay? But just using this as a general area of saying, okay, what if the arrow came out on the 15-minute and said, hey, this is a bounce area? I can see this double bottom as a possibility. So I'll keep on walking myself up the street and saying, okay, I see that there's support levels right here. Okay, so, okay, cool. Maybe I'll take a little something on that. Okay. You know, that's not bad. So for a buy trade, yeah, that'd be all right. Now this one, see, the dollar, I think possibly the dollar is still going to be very, very strong until President Trump comes in. So whatever he's, whenever he makes it in, then I think the dollar will stabilize. But right now, let's just jump quickly to the dollar. This is I call it the crown. This looks like a crown to me. A Lord of the Rings crown, And so when I see this little chop box or Spongy Bob Squarehead, this lets me know that this is in the sideways market. And typically in a sideways market, what's going to happen is it's going to go sideways, 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 and eventually this is going to have another breakout to the upside. So I still would not sell US CAD, okay? Definitely not. If anything, I'm going to be a buyer of the CAD. I think it's going to break out of this zone and head on to the upside. And as you can see, the dollar has been very strong so far. Okay, everybody who tried to take this double top right here already knew I'm not messing with it because the dollar is being manipulated until the president comes in. Okay, so the dollar is extremely strong. So just be very careful. Now, the yen end up doing some little damage to a lot of the pairs up here. So the dollar yen, it did do a pullback, but I expect it to pull right on back up. Okay, so that's that. So everything that is dollar related against the dollar is going downhill quick, fast, and in a hurry. And I don't think they're going to really find their true foundation until after the president elect is in office. Okay. And then we'll see what happens from there. So just be very, very careful. Okay. Not to say they can't do a reversal. They can. But I'm just telling you, every time people try to catch the bottoms, guess what happened? They got slapped upside the head. So be very careful of the dollar. It's under pressure. It's under celebration right now because of the new incoming president. And so therefore the dollar is getting stronger. So trying to catch tops and bottoms, I wouldn't do it. All right. But everybody else, yeah, we'll see. Okay. CAD is, AUD CAD is dropped. AJ has dropped. Swiss yen, you can see it also dropped. Okay. CAD yen, same thing. Some news that came out and messed it up. Now, here's an example of a trade that I taught you guys on Wednesday. Okay, I taught you guys on the best way to, instead of trying to catch the tops and bottoms, wait for a lower high or a lower low. Okay, lower highs and lower lows, and catch the first one. That's the safest play. So as you can see right here, here was a top, and then it dropped, created another high, and you can see the yellow dots, but you can see that this is high point and this high point. This high is lower than this one. This is where you would have got in, and I'm going to draw a horizontal line just to reiterate this because I taught you guys this for those who attended class on Wednesday. See, there it is. You can see that's where you would have got in. Okay, that's where you would have got in, and you would have net very well on some pips, arrow or not, and that was 105 pips right there. Why? Because it was a lower high. Now, typically, I do like to wait for the arrow to come out. But even if you wanted to get in, you say, hey, this thing is tap dancing off of resistance. Or as it was going upwards, see, here's a high. Here was a high. Went up, pulled back. Here was a lower high. You could have got in right there. Pulled up. Here's another high. Clocked some good pips. Then it dipped real hard because of news or whatever. But nevertheless, it hit the support, bounced right off of that bad boy. You could have made killing right there. Same thing here, here, here. Every time it pulls back and hits support on the uptrend, you want to take it. Every time it drops and pulls back and hit resistance on the downtrend, you want to take that. So this is a trade where you could have taken that trade, and I told you guys this last week in class. That was 93 pips you could have made on that. So this is another time where I have told you guys about some opportunities, and if you would have listened, you would have made some money. Okay? All right, same thing here. See, here's a high point. Okay, so hopefully that is. How do we know? When it came back and retested, see this high point? It was lower than this one. That means this is a downtrend. So that means you could have got in right here. And let's see if there was an arrow on this one. Because again, if there's no arrow, you can still get in. Once it starts tap dancing up here through the sexy analyst, that's our system, the sexy analyst. And there was the arrow. Okay, hold on, let me make sure that's the right arrow. Let's do this. Oh, it was right here. See, that arrow came in right there. Okay, right there. You could have got in, put your stop above the previous one. That would have been about 51 pips. Even to this hit right here, that was 89 pips. How far did it go down? 163 pips. So see, there you go. You're going with the flow. It was real easy. Real easy. It was right there. See, I marked it up and I showed you. So sometimes you'll get the arrow, sometimes you may not. Either way it goes, go for it. Why not? Okay. And then look what happened. You got another one right here. So let's move this down here. See, here's the high point. Here's a lower high. This one is lower than this one. So that's another one. That means it's an official downtrend. And let's go to the 15-minute. And there was your arrow right there. Boom. Stop loss above the box. That's 90 something pips. Cool. Not a problem. 106. Bing, bing. Money made. Look at this one. Bing. Bing. So you could have actually held the previous one. And if you did, which you can see it right here, remember that one that was what, for 50 something pips or whatever that was? Well, let's just let's say you got in real late and you got in right here. All right, 85 pips, Uncle P. That's too much. Oh, really? 246 pips made though. Why? Because I'm catching it on the first lower high. See, and then I got it way up here. So I don't care what it costs. What the pip? 300 pips all the way down. Bing, bing. Bing, bing. Look at this one. Here's a low. Here's a higher low. So now we know we're officially in an uptrend. But if you would have held this one all the way up, that's 742 pips. Not bad at all. Here we go again. And we got the arrow on the 4 hour. Here's a low. Come down. Bing, bing. Okay. You could have caught that one. Collect your pips. On the resistance. Come up. Hit it again. Collect your pips. Get in. Collect your pips. Come back up. Hit again, collect your pips. Come down, come back up, hit again, collect your pips. Drops all the way down to another support, collect your pips. Get in again, collect the pips. Get in again, collect your pips. Okay, drop, collect your pips. Get in again, collect your pips. Get in again, collect your pips. So Uncle P, should I hold it? I mean, you could. You could, but every time it hits that support, collect your pips. Collect your pips. And then reinvest that money back in. So again, here we go. Hit here, get in, boom, collect your pips. Bounce up, get back in, drop, hit the support, collect your pips. So that's all you have to do. Okay? That's what you do. All right? This one here is, again, hitting into, and I did get in way too early on this one, so I have two positions, that's why, but I'm not tripping. I've got my stop up here. I'm expecting this one to drop a minimum, and you can see where my stop is, so each position is going to net me about 113 pips, so that means I'll be making 200 and, let's do the math together, let me pull that up. And I got in a little bit late on this one, but that's okay. I'm not worried about that, so watch this. 113 pips each times 2, 226 pips. So basically 2 to 1, 2 to 1, 2 to 1. So I don't care. See? And I use small lot size. I use the same lot size no matter what my balance is. I use the same lot size. So I don't care. Worst case scenario, it'll tap me out. And if it does come all the way up to this shoulder right here, guess what? If it does come up and tap me out, I'm going to get right back in this thing because it's no more different from this one right here, which is a head and shoulders. This one was a perfect head and shoulders because it came all the way across. This one kind of like Hunchback of Notre Dame. You know, you got to quit twitch the shoulder. You got one shoulder right here. This one was kind of lopped. So even if it does, I'll just get back in. Ain't no big deal. But I do know this is one where I will be getting into it. Okay? Same thing. Same stuff. All right? See there? Drop. Here's a high, lower high. Get in. Take your pips. Get back in. Take your pips. Okay? We don't see resistance here, so we left that one alone. But when it came here, get in. Collect your pips. Okay? And this dollar has been terrible. It's just on the free fall. So again, leave that one alone. Okay? All right. So I think that's enough for now. Just if you have any questions, just hit me up on in class on Wednesday. That's the best way to go about it, you guys. Because people try to private message me and all these different things, and a lot of times I'm not trying to ignore you or anything else. It's just sometimes I don't see your messages because I'm not always in the Telegram groups or this and that and this. But when I'm in class on Wednesday, that is your time. Please bring your questions. I'm more than happy to answer any questions you have to make sure that I'm helping you become prosperous in these markets. Okay, all right, you guys. If you want to join the copycat, again, just go to superezcopycat.com. Super E as in echo, Z as in zebra, copycat.com. And if you want to hit these big bangers without actually even having to think about these charts like you used to, then I welcome you to do so that we can go ahead and make you an absolute stunner, collecting all these pips without even lifting a finger. That's our job. All right, you guys. Peace and hair grease, and I'll see you in class on Wednesday.